Hey there. Good morning, you guys. Okay, so we're going to learn more about the fundraiser coming up next hour, but I wanted to first introduce you to Janae and Andrew here. Janae is 12, Andrew is 7, and they do have a little honey stand over there that we're going to check out. But I wanted to start here, and it's a shame that Tina McCua isn't there in the studio today because these guys tend to the bees out here as well. And Janae, I need to know how this all started for you and your brother.
Well, our uncle owns beehives, and he had just gotten them, and he really challenged us to make a business on these beehives, and we really were interested in it, and then we started it, and it ended up becoming a thing, and we learned so much through the process, and just like how to filter and jar the honey, and it ended up being a huge success. Yeah,
and Janae, your mom was telling me, too, that you have really become quite the entrepreneur with this. Like, you really have this nailed down.
Yeah. Basically, we really try and help with fundraising, like for Calder Fire, and I've learned a lot through how to like sort money and how to like save and be wise with choices with the money.
Okay, Janae is 12, everyone, so let's just take a couple notes from her. And then this is her little brother, Andrew. Andrew, you're how old?
7.
7. What are you holding there?
I'm holding a beehive.
And what are you wearing over your head there?
It's a thing that protects you, just in case if like the bees try to sting you.
Okay, so what have you learned coming out here and working over with these little hives here?
Well, my uncle taught me to put the honey in here, and then they cap it, and then when it turns like to winter, they like save it for food and like make babies.
Okay, well, I need to meet this famous Uncle Kevin. Kevin, come on over. You've done some good work with these kids. How cool to see what they've learned, and how often are they coming out here?
Well, we usually make it a point to come out about at least every 2 weeks to once a week to check on the bees, and then harvest-wise, you just sort of have to see, like, as far as filling up, maybe once a month. So they've been spending time out here this summer. Thank goodness they haven't gotten stung yet. I have.
That might take a little of the fun out of it, right? Thankfully, they haven't.
Yeah, that would definitely put a damper on things. But just as a beekeeper, you typically get stung every day, so it's something you get used to. Maybe when they get a little bit older, we'll get to that point.
Okay, so show us over here. I don't know how close we want to get, but maybe the kids can walk over too and kind of show us exactly what they're working with here.
Yeah, so what we have here, this is actually just an experimental setup. This year, my cousin and I have decided to take, beekeeping more seriously and give it a shot as far as the business goes. But right now, this is just experimental. It's just a hobby level. So right here we have 11 hives that are getting ready to go into winter. So they have their honey stored up, and Janae has an example of a comb right there that's actually in the process of being filled. So once they fill that up, they store the honey for over winter, and they use that to keep warm. And so we won't take any more honey from them. We've actually stopped doing that about a month and a half ago.
Okay, well, you have 2 of the best little helpers that I've met. So we're going to stick around. That's their setup over there. We're going to show you what they've been doing and who they're raising money for coming up in the next hour.
Right on.
That is awesome.